9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Are you ready?
Welcome to Hard Way Wrestling. It is. I want you to bounce a basketball for me 10 times, Brian. It's Throwdown Thursday. Oh my God, Ricky! I just had a vision of Scott because Brian would not shut up, so I could start this intro.
I was thinking that.
No, just kidding, Brian. Brian's got all kinds of great stories, and sometimes we get caught up in the stories. Half of them aren't real. I mean, let's be honest. Half of these stories aren't real. Brian makes a bunch of shit up, but they're great anyway. So, welcome to Throwdown Thursday. Wait a minute. Let's make sure that we are on. We are recording. That's very important. We are not on YouTube yet because I did not hit it.
We are on the book.
We are on the book. YouTube will be flying here in a couple of excellent connection. We are on. Welcome, boys. What's going on? How's your week going?
Great, but we're flying without Scotty today.
No Scotty today. Scotty had
That
a
means
long
our
day.
that means our show will be 50% faster.
You know, one thing.
Scotty's watching, I think.
I'm pretty sure, and I love Scott, right? And not many people do, but I love Scott.
This is his small circle.
This is his small circle. Scott could be a politician. Scott can stand in front of you and talk about absolutely nothing for 40 minutes.
He said, "Boo."
Yeah. 40 minutes. Dude, he could just talk, and you're like, what the fuck are we talking about? I don't even know. But Scotty is that guy. So we love Scotty. No Scotty today. Scotty had a long work day, and I guess he needs to go home and curl that soup spoon.
Hey, we got our viewer from across the pond watching on the book.
Hey, laddie. Let's see if he's. How do you know we got a viewer from across the pond? I don't see it yet. Oh, it's not on. Is it not?
It's on my. It's on Facebook Live.
Oh, so he's on. He's on the book. He's on the book.
Scotty said, "Small circle jerk."
That is for sure. That is for sure.
That's his Magic the Gathering.
The triple threat today. Today we're the Shane Douglas, the Bam Bam Bigelow, and the Chris Candido.
Is that the one?
The triple threat. No, not the shocker.
I gotta know. See, my buddy Damien gives me shit because I reverse. I'm two in the stink. I'm weird. I'm weird like that, I guess. So.
All right. That's fair.
All right, we got we don't have a lot to go over, but we have a lot to go over. So real quick, we are going to go over. We have a lot of European events coming up, premium live events.
We do.
That they just announced. Ricky, what did they announce?
They announced Bash in Berlin for, I believe, August 31st in Germany.
We are going to tear down the wall. Is that what we're doing?
Possibly. They're tearing something down. And then they also announced, I believe, Backlash was going to be in Paris.
Oh, heavy.
Yeah.
No cage match. It's going to be set up underneath the Eiffel Tower.
Ooh.
I like it.
That's a ladder match.
I like it.
Climb the tower, grab the belt.
Ooh, I like that.
Just don't fall off.
So when we think of European events, Ricky, what's the first? No, let me ask Brian first. Brian, when we have European events, whether it be all in or all whatever, what is coming up? Crown Royal.
Crown Jewel.
Crown Royal. That's the drink that we're going to be drinking on Crown Jewel. What do you think when you think of premium live events over across the pond?
Okay, so I mean, I'm going to give props to AEW for the most recent event. Obviously, All In Wembley was cool. However, I'm going to go a different direction and say that my favorite of all time, and people would be like SummerSlam 92, which I'm not saying that is not an accurate answer because I love it. But for me, Royal Albert Hall, WWF, the 20, I believe it was the 20-man over-the-top battle royal with British Bulldog winning right inside of Royal Albert Hall. It's on the network. It's on whatever Peacock.
Yep.
Great show. I mean, just the amount of talent that was on that show. I mean, you got the Rockers, you got Demolition, you've got Earthquake and Typhoon. You got all these different guys on there. Piper's there. I think Piper and Flair wrestle each other. I don't know if it was Piper and Flair or if it was Tito Santana and Flair, but it was one of the two. But great match. Just overall, just the feel of Royal Albert Hall was great. So a lot of people will say Wembley 92, Bret and Bulldog. I put that up there, but definitely
That
I
was
think
phenomenal.
Yeah, that was a good
I
one.
was a big fan of the Bret and Bulldog. But you know what I like the most about all these premium live events over in other countries? It's Saturday afternoon
Yep.
pay-per-views here in the States.
That's right.
That means party at Jason's house.
That's right. We got it early. We'll have say for Crown Jewel, and you're more than welcome to come, Brian. I know you got a lot going on. You're probably going to be booked somewhere. I am actually. This will be the first Saturday I have had off from doing anything in months.
Is it November 4th?
Yes, November 4th. Yep, you're more than welcome to come over. What we're going to do? You can bring the wife if you want. If you can get out and make
Bring the whole house of Hardy.
Make Owen. No, it's get out with Mama night.
It's like I literally open up the car door, I swing the van open, and then all of a sudden it's like a clown car. Like all these kids just start popping out.
So, I don't even know you. So, yes, Brian, you and your wife are more than welcome to come over to watch Crown Jewel, and then we are going to go out later on. Hopefully there'll be a local band here playing, and we'll go out for that, or we'll find something to do, but we'll go out and party it up that night a little bit.
That's awesome.
Little pre-Thanksgiving before the idiots from the real Thanksgiving get out there. So that's what I think when they do these European events. Afternoon, baby.
Yeah,
So,
it doesn't get any better than that.
Do you think,
especially when you hang out with a bunch of people that normally fall asleep before the pre-show's over?
Easy. And listen, I've done it, boy. I go to bed around 6:30, sometimes 7, because I get up so early.
Yeah.
And once 8 o'clock comes, man, if I'm not doing something, if I'm not I'm fighting. I am fighting.
It's you in one chair, Damien in the recliner, and sometimes Jess on the couch.
Yeah, Damien's another story here.
And I'm just sitting there.
Jess is snoring, my girlfriend's snoring, and Damien's usually out before the show even starts.
And I'm just sitting there getting started.
Yeah, he just started. So. We all have different schedules for sure. So, do you guys think that the viewership for these pay-per-views in the afternoon would be even higher than Sunday at 8 o'clock at night? You know how big football is, right? And
that's what I'm thinking.
Wrestling fans are
college
fans,
football. College football usually starts at 1 o'clock, so yeah, that could be. That could take some views away, especially when you could just go on the cock and watch it anytime.
Yeah, but stuff like AEW and that kind of stuff, I think that I think it would be. They should try it. They should try it. Honestly, they should try it, and I'm for it, and that's why I want them to try it. I love the.
I wish all the pay-per-views were at 1 o'clock in the afternoon.
That would be cool.
Okay. Addie says we are hungry for events in Europe. We always get terrible pay-per-views like Insurrection. AEW has changed the game. Addie, that's a good one, buddy.
Yeah.
You're gonna get Insurrection. You're gonna get Backlash, and you're gonna get No Way Out. You get shit like that. So. We apologize that we don't. You doing the backwards? I don't know what that means.
There was a show I can't remember. Oh, it was One Night Only.
It's a shocker. He's talking about the shocker.
I was like, there was a show in '97, One Night Only. British Bulldog versus Shawn Michaels. That was good there too.
That was the European title.
Yes,
that was when HBK. I think was that when he won the European title.
And the thing that was crazy about that was like everybody was like in like a big fuss that night because he had Davey Boy had dedicated the match to his sister, I believe, or something like that, who was ill at the time or something, and he ended up still losing.
Yeah. Well, that's typical Vince.
Yeah.
Is it your birthday, pal?
I was gonna say, especially with Sean.
Is it your hometown, pal?
Hey, Sean, how's Sonny doing these days?
Yeah.
Fat. All right. So what? So that's cool. You know, we got that to look forward to. They didn't give any dates on that kind of stuff yet, did they?
August 31st is the Bash in Berlin, and
Okay.
I can't remember. They were saying Backlash at Paris. That's usually after Mania. So, fuck. Hold
That
on.
isn't that the one right after Mania?
I think so.
Yeah, because it's called WrestleMania's Backlash or something
Yes.
shit like that. So, all right. Well, let's get to our main topics here. What we came to really talk about. First big topic is Ric
Woo!
Flair is all elite.
I mean, who didn't see this coming? Sting announces
Stevie
his
Wonder.
Sting's announced his retirement match for what was it Revolution for 24. So I mean, who the hell else is alive that is actually not involved with WWE that could get involved with Sting?
Well, if you ask Scotty, you can bring back the zombie.
Zombie Lou
Fez.
Fez.
ECW.
Yeah, we can bring back.
That's just Scotty's fantasy booking.
I'm going to give the most unpopular opinion right now then, and I'm going to say that I was in awe last night watching that, and I literally thought, we need to see Ric Flair and Sting one last time. Little bit of a side note, talk about it in my book, week plug, there we go, you ready? Wrestling with Life, Rocking All Night, the Brian Hardy story. I was born the night after the Great American Bash 1990. So just hours apart before the birth of Brian Hardy, it was Sting and Ric Flair at the Baltimore Arena. Great American Bash 1990, Sting winning the heavyweight title. Still one of my top 5 favorite matches of all time. And then, of course, you know, we fast forward years later, we see them on the final Nitro in 2001. And then last night now we see them face to face in an AEW ring. People are like, I don't want to see it. Christian Cage said last night, Flair should have been dead 20 years ago.
We'll get to Christian Cage in the Weekend of Bernie's comment for sure.
But I want to see it personally. I want to see Flair versus Sting one last time. I don't want to see a bunch of crazy bumps.
So, Brian, is that what we're getting? Because it didn't seem like that's what we were going to.
I don't think so, but anything can change. And the thing is, Flair is such a good talker. And I'm not talking about in front of the camera. I'm talking behind the scenes.
Oh, he's a politician, baby.
Yes, yeah. Flair is such a good talker that I honestly think we could get Flair versus Sting, and I think Sting would be okay with that, honestly. I think we would get Flair versus Sting at the start of the year, but more importantly, and once again, not a lot of people are going to want to hear this. It's going to make me the unpopular person on this podcast. I think Flair is going to break down the walls, not Jericho style. I think Flair is going to break down the walls of the communication between Tony Khan and Hulk Hogan.
Really?
Yes. Without a doubt. I think that Tony Khan has been so anti-Hogan and F Hulk Hogan and this and that and whatever. I think that Flair being there is going to open up doors for him to say, Tony, you got it all wrong, man. Hulk's one of the greatest, man. Bring him in, blah, 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 blah. And I think after enough ass kissing back and forth and talking and everything, you're going to see brother, one time, brother, and AEW, brother, within the next year.
After he gets the Ric Flair drip and sip all over Tony Khan.
Yeah,
pulls him out of Julia Hart's hat and gets him turned up.
I don't. Hulk Hogan's such. Okay, so Hulk Hogan's got such a weird and long legacy, and lately, the last couple years, it's been about his penis and racism, and
yes.
So I don't know that Tony is that stupid to bring Hogan in. I mean, look. Even Vince was smart enough to cut ties with Hogan.
Well, Vince had plenty of other outs though to draw.
I was going to say true, but I mean, once again, and I'm not trying to debate on it, but we literally had Hogan standing next to Titus O'Neil at WrestleMania after all that stuff was dropped. So
I thought that was funny.
Well,
I just believe that.
I'm sure that went over like a lead fucking balloon too.
I agree, but at the same time, I think that Flair. I don't know. I would be lying to say that I don't think that Flair is going to pull the Hogan card with AEW.
Brian, what's one thing you don't say in this business?
Never say never.
Never say never. So it's very possible that Hogan ends up. Oh God, I hope not. But let's not fantasy book. Let's not fantasy book the leg job heard around the world, right? Let's not do that yet.
The finger poke of doom.
Oh my God, maybe we get a Bischoff Two. Jesus.
I don't know.
Bischoff has been ranting on podcasts and whatnot that he can't stand AEW.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, of course. Yes, because, well, I mean, who is Eric Bischoff anyway?
Yeah.
Honestly.
So then the newest quote today was that Flair said he wants to die in a wrestling ring.
I think that's been more than obvious over the years.
And we almost saw it last year.
I know.
Yeah, actually, I do think his heart stopped at one point. There was I'm sure you guys watched, and Addy and I wanted to get to his comment. He said, message retracted. I caught it though, buddy. You can keep all your messages up here. That match, that last match for Flair was
brutal. He said he stayed up drinking like the whole damn night. Like he's a party animal.
Yeah, he said he thought he was dehydrated, and that's what he kept.
No shit. Yeah, no shit. We're lucky we didn't see him die. We really didn't. So,
he probably smelled like 70 proof around that ring.
Did you catch
or 80 proof?
Sting said, "Chop me."
Yes. Yeah. Loved it.
So,
Loved it.
So I honestly don't know where Tony Khan is going to go with this. I don't know where we're going with this. I don't know. Is he going to manage Sting? Is that a possibility? Are we going to get
right now? It kind of
looks
like he's just going to kind of be behind Sting in his corner or whatever.
Yeah, could we get a Christian Cage, Jeff Jarrett, Sting,
Jay Lethal?
I
forget about Jay Lethal. Him and Flair are tight.
So, I mean, I had it on last night, but I'm doing a million things at once. So, are we getting? They haven't announced quote unquote Darby and Sting's partner, so that's going to be Edge, right?
Yeah, it's most likely I think going to be Edge.
Okay, because that's what I was thinking, and then I'm like, maybe Flair's going to manage.
When is that match? When is that match? Because
they
just shot a Full Gear.
Full Gear, I guess
they could build into it. They'll build into it.
Saturday the 18th.
And then the only thing was, and once again, I was sitting there kind of like, Rick, but Sting said he's retiring in January, right?
March. His contract's up in March, and we'll get to that.
Okay, because I was going to say, because Flair said, I think I'm going to ride this out till March, and I was thinking January, but okay, March, then that makes sense.
Yeah, no, this time Flair knew what county he was in, so
yeah,
you're good there.
Tony probably told him wait till after the show to hit the drip.
So Edge last night, hit my music, hit the champ's music. Edge said last night that he will not fight Christian. He's not going to fight him. He's there. He is there to. He was there because he wanted to be there with Christian. So the look on Christian's face, though, last night, or not Christian's face, Edge's face last night after the interview was over was like he had this look like, I believe he is going to turn heel.
And Sting said something to him in the interview about, damn it, I'm about to pull it up.
Yeah, he basically said, get your shit together.
Yeah.
So I don't know. So
I love AEW, man. I love it.
They got the problem is, and Triple H is doing a great job of dropping these little Easter eggs all over the place and then bringing them back together. You'll be watching a vignette, and then in the background you'll see Nikki Cross or Rhea Ripley talking to Drew McIntyre, right? It'd just be like off people. It's real fuzzy. It's real fuzzy. So they do a good job about that. AEW does a lot of that shit too. They were doing it with being the elite, and they were dropping all these but sometimes they just don't tie shit together. Like you just never hear about it again. Yeah. You just don't hear about it again. So
it's because Tony doesn't know what the hell to do next.
Yeah. So I'm for it. I'm glad Flair is back into a ring. Hopefully not to wrestle. We don't want
that would have been a good pull for AEW show to go up against NXT, the Tuesday night battle.
Yeah. Well, the problem is he had what did Tony have in that battle? But it was a secret. Like he didn't give up the title change. Sheeta's title change, right?
Yeah.
Didn't have a title change. So that some of this stuff's got to stay secret. I mean, if they'd announced Flair was going to be on there, yes, people
That's
will
true.
watch. People to watch, but they were legitimately. Sting was surprised. Sting was really surprised. Like he did not know this was coming. You could tell under that paint that he was trying not to cry. You could see him trying to hold it together. I didn't think it was Flair. I thought it was going to be Luger because he had mentioned Luger 2 or 3 times over the past 2 weeks or whatever. So I thought the Luger was going to be wheeled down to the ring or whatever and throw him in the torture rack or.
Oof.
So.
You never know. Never
Yeah,
say never.
You never know. So, speaking of you never know, who is in the mask? Who's the devil? He said Eddie said you can't go. Sorry, we can't call him Edge.
Yeah, he's right.
Sorry.
He's right.
Adam.
He'll always be Edge to me. Mr.
Yeah.
Adam Copeland.
He'll always be
Edge to me.
Yeah,
Adam.
cool name like Edge is hard to like get away, and then you're just gonna call somebody by their real name. Like, it's weird.
Yeah, it is weird.
I don't know who's under the mask. I want it to be like somebody amazing. Like I want it to be somebody that nobody would ever expect in a million years. But I'm really like stop and think, who could that be?
All right, well let's I put
Roddy.
a poll up.
It's Roddy Strong.
I put a poll up in the comments. Hunter put Jack Perry.
That's not a bad guess.
Really not.
So who did they jump backstage that one night? That was Jay White, right?
Jay White, yes.
Yeah, Jay White, which is weird.
Yeah, because usually heels never get jumped by a group of people in masks.
Yeah, let me.
Like it was a heel thing happening to a heel.
Let's look at the small circle jerk. Jerry Stan. Oh, Jack Perry. Okay, let me. Nope. Okay, so we got a few comments here. Let's see all the comments. El Dandy. Who's El Dandy? That name sounds familiar.
El Dandy.
El Dandy. Was that from AEW? Yes, it was from AEW. Team Jump Jay White. Yes, that's who it was. AJ Atwell put a picture of Shane McMahon. And then Tommy
would have blew his quad.
Tommy Franny put Dolph Ziggler.
That would be awesome.
That would be a good one.
That would be worth it.
That would be awesome. So, Ricky, any idea who do you think this is?
Jack Perry would be a good nomination, just because with him being out with the indefinite suspension, they need a way to bring him back. And like I read, Tony Khan was in no hurry to do so. So current guy on the roster, but I would love to see it be Dolph Ziggler. Yeah,
that'd be pretty cool. The guy's shape though, I don't know. Doesn't really look like Dolph.
Well, I was gonna say anybody can be shaped that way. They could literally be having an extra dressed up as him.
Yeah, you're right.
Addy said Hogan.
It could be.
Well, brother, let me tell you something, dude.
Could be Kurt Angle. He just left his Conquistador.
I was gonna say he just left the Conquistador outfit at home.
Yeah. Who knows?
Put on the devil mask instead. I don't know. I'm excited to know. I like the element of surprise, and I think that if they can pull this off and they rip the mask off and it's not some turd.
If he pulls that mask off and it's fucking Leo Rush, I'm never watching AEW again. I will crawl up into Julia Hart's hat. I will crawl up into Julia Hart's hat and drag Tony out by his curly hair and beat the snot out of him. If that is Leo Rush.
I can agree to that.
I love it. Hogan. Dolph would be dope though. Dolph would be dope, but I don't know. We'll see.
Who else? Was there anybody else that was recently released from WWE that people would want to see at AEW?
That's a good question. Could be Mustafa Ali. Mustafa Ali.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true too.
Yeah, but that's You know what's weird about that whole thing is that
That would have been a light up mask, though.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's true. I don't know. That's such a heel thing to do to make that jump, right? To jump another heel. So
Yeah, that's what I'm
just-
saying. That's just weird.
yeah, I don't know what I honestly don't know what to do. And when's the next pay per view? Because that's when we're gonna find out.
November 18th is
Alright,
Full Gear.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we have a wrestling show.
Yeah,
Or
that's
you have
ATCW, right?
Yeah, ATCW. I don't have. I'm suspended.
That's
yeah,
okay.
getting off subject here, and on a side note, I watched the triple threat for the 304, and your boy is no longer undefeated.
Not true.
He took the 3, I thought.
Singles competition, my friend. He's undefeated for the year in singles competition.
He took a pinfall. That's an L. That's an L in my book.
Brian, you want to judge? I mean, you want to be the tiebreaker here? I mean, he's undefeated in singles competition.
Okay, if we're going off singles, then yeah, like then
Yeah, he's still undefeated. Hell of a year for Jeremy.
yeah, but
Hell of a year for Jeremy.
Hey, Scotty, I know you're watching. Get a hold of Chucky. Tell him to book that match. Time to end that run of singles.
When you flex, Rick,
Yeah.
I noticed it. Just thinking about Jeremy's bigger than you.
I didn't flex.
He's twice your.
I want a full flex.
What's
I'm
that
a-
string hanging? What's that string hanging from your arm?
The string.
Oh, that is your arm. My bad.
Yeah. There's
Nice.
those arms will put him in the crippler cross face.
or in the camel clutch. Ah!
And humble him.
Your ass.
No, I ain't doing that. The stone is a jabroni. Yeah.
Hitting it all in a matter of a couple seconds.
Hey, did Prince Nana dance inside of Hangman's house?
No,
Nobody
boy, was
ate
I
his
just-
blueberries.
Yeah,
Yeah, he did eat his, he did eat
He
his
ate his
blueberries.
chocolate berries.
I love these. So I tell you what, if he went into Brian Hardy's house, there'd been way more artwork on the refrigerator.
Bro, it'd be sick. Actually, I think one of my kids probably would have walked by and been like, "Hey, you want some of these berries?"
He would have ripped up one of Huck Seed's pictures, or not
Yeah.
Huck Seed.
There would have been enough. There would have
Sorry.
been enough Hardy children in there to beat them down.
That's it, man.
This guy's
No,
got
Huck,
more
Huck
children
would have
than
What
walked
was-
by me
what was-
Chipotle.
What was Hangman's wife doing?
That's what I
Christian
see. That's where I
Cage.
thought they were going. I
Christian
literally
Cage.
thought he was going to be
Ah.
like, "Oh man, like your wife's home or whatever," and then I thought they were going to do the old like grab the face and tell your husband. I said, "See, I'm like Brian Hardy booking, good. AEW booking.
Do you
sometimes
know how much backlash they would have got over a black man breaking into a white man's house?
Two-
and raping his-
Two of them. Two of them.
we still it
But
would have
Yeah,
would've-
he broke into what's his name's house too.
It would have been.
it's
It would have
still,
been even
like,
better though. Like you said, if they had opened the door to Mrs. Hangman's room and Christian's in the bed spooning her, and he's like, "Hey guys, get out of here!"
I mean, there's so many ways you could have gone about it. She could have been sleeping. You could have been at the baby and you could have gone to the camera to the next room and you could have opened up the door about this big and been like, "There's your wife in there. She's sleeping. You know, I think I'd look good laying next to her." Blah 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 blah, and then cut the scene.
Yeah,
And
I
then,
think that
and
would
then,
have been
and
better
then
than
the
him
dance,
leaning
and then
over.
the dance.
Cut the scene. I mean, at that rate, because I don't think people were, and I mean, I hate to say this, this sounds terrible, but I don't think people were emotionally invested enough into the idea of like, you're just there talking to a baby. So yeah, the average person, I mean, once again, you don't want to cross that line, but I'm all about Paul Heyman booking, so I want to cross that line. Like I want to jump over that line.
He should have flipped the crib over.
I at least grabbed like a onesie upside down, big baby. By the way.
Do the Snitsky, and punt the baby.
Like something, and I was waiting for anything, and then all we got was, "I'm going to leave this T-shirt here for you," and I went, bro, I'm not invested into this. Come on.
Oh man, if we would have saw the Snitsky and then like a fake baby go flying out of the window of the house.
Listen, the best part of that whole vignette was when he opened the door. He goes, "Whose house?"
Yes, yes,
So
that's cool.
man, I really hope they make him the AEW champion. And don't give him some bullshit TNT title or some make him part of a triple threat tag, whatever bullshit. Make that man the heavyweight champion. Make him be the first black heavyweight champion of AEW.
It could happen.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, they're doing really good work right now.
yeah, really like him. Really like him. All right, let's check the Facebook comments real quick before we get going. Jeremy Stern versus that's not happening. Oh, that's a good one. Austin Aries.
Yeah, just saw that.
Yes.
That's a good one.
That would
That's
be
a good
great.
one.
I think
Yeah.
the crowd will lose their mind for that because nobody would ever see it coming.
No. Maybe it's Flair. Maybe it's David Flair.
Oh, wow.
And then he can tag him up with Lou Thez and they can become the AEW tag team champions.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Oh,
Valet Tessa Blanchard is the valet.
That's right. Oh my God, the
I'm
heat
in,
is
boy.
turned up tonight. It's hot in this place.
Woo.
You can write that shit down. AEW. All right, let's get to the main topic today. Contracts, boys. We have a ton of contracts coming up in 2024. A ton. So
The bidding war of 2024.
yeah, we're definitely gonna have a bidding war. So since the TK Holdings and now UFC owns it, the stock is kind of taking a dive, and UFC or Endeavor is not happy with TK Holdings right now. There's a lot of talk. Actually, I believe Vince is like going to be out.
Yeah, they were placing all the blame for the stock droppings on Vince and
Yeah.
all of his NDA and crap that's kind of,
You don't
Come-
think that
come up.
you don't think that they overvalued WWE's stock or what WWE was?
I don't know. I don't really know. I don't want to sit here and talk about that like I know it because I don't. I wish I did know more about their stock exchange, but I do know that, like I said,
they were up over $100.
Yes, yeah.
They were up over $100 when TKO first came together. So, and they are down to like 70. I haven't checked it today, but they were down to like 70 couple bucks. So, which isn't ridiculous. It's still good, but
Yeah, I think that
Vince
they're
Vince money. That's $3 million a day.
Yeah, I was gonna say I think they're gonna try to get Vince out, and like I said before, I think that Vince is gonna end up having their goat. I don't know how, I don't know when, but I think what's gonna end up happening is they're gonna be like, Vince is gone, and then all of a sudden he pops up like the Undertaker, and he's like, I'm gonna sue you, you son of a bitches.
Yeah,
and then
what's scary about this whole thing now is not scary, but what bothers me about the whole thing is that now that it's a big deal, right? WWE was always publicly traded, but now it's like a real big deal where if they're hemorrhaging money, I can see them going away from the Peacock and doing pay-per-view, whatever is going to make them the most money possible. Or doing the UFC deal like they have with ESPN, where it's $80 for the whatever, and then each pay-per-view is $49. I mean, you could almost see them going that route, which I'm not exactly sure how that would sit with people. I know people would not be happy about it.
no.
Including myself. It's going to ruin my afternoons for these European events.
Oh, yeah.
But, I mean, honestly, what if they get rid of Vince, does it help?
I want to say yes.
I mean, at this point, like, might as well. He's upper 70s in age now. I mean, what does he contribute?
Well, he's not contributing anything now.
Yeah, exactly.
I think they thought that he was going to die there. And I think that they thought that, like, if he died there, that it would have been a quote-unquote easier way. Because then, obviously, you don't have to worry about kicking him out of a role or anything like that. Like, oh, he just suddenly passed away. So, okay.
Ric Flair and Vince McMahon will probably outlive everybody.
I think Vince
in the devil mask.
I keep telling people it's going to be like cockroaches, Twinkies, and Vince McMahon at the end of time. And maybe Keith Richards.
So, all right. So, real quick, let's do some of the latest signings. People we thought were going to, or that their contract was up and they just re-signed. We got PCO,
Love
which
him.
contract just came out. Perfect Creation one. He just re-signed with Impact.
Love him.
Even though he's still posting that he might go somewhere else. I don't know. I think he's been electrocuted way too many times. Brian Pillman Jr. just signed with WWE. Adam Copeland.
Lexus King is his name in WWE.
Lexus King. That is the. Are you sure Vince isn't in charge?
Yeah, that is one of the dumbest fucking names.
Well, King is the guy who raised him. Supposedly, I don't know who this is. When they say King raised him, the only King I can think.
I thought it was Cage.
Oh well, I mean that's very possible too. The Cage did raise him, but the only king that made me giggle was the guy from what's the David Arquette movie?
Jimmy King, baby.
Jimmy King. That's who raised him. Jimmy King.
I will rule you.
I will rule you.
What was that?
Right after you all go down to the store,
Right.
Get me some freaking beer.
Is that ready to rumble? Yeah.
Love that movie.
Ready one. All right, so Eddie Kingston just resigned. QT Marshall just resigned. Nia Jax, Jordan Grace just resigned with Impact, which surprised me a little bit. Kip Sabian just resigned with the AEW. I guess won't be long before they put the bag back on his head. Eric Young.
Brian, the Baltimore show that Jason and I went to for Dynamite, Kip Sabian was sitting right next to me with the box on his head and his suit.
I remember
the whole show.
I was going to say, me and Owen were there, and I remember he just was in the crowd like the entire time.
And Hardball and the Ravens were literally right in front of us.
Yeah, we sat
beside us.
That's awesome. Yeah, I remember that show.
It made Ricky a Raven fan. Big Lamar Jackson fan.
Yeah, best running back in the league.
Yeah, he definitely is the best one. You saw what he did to Detroit this week that you guys couldn't do. Okay, moving on.
We're a second half team.
Yeah. Second half.
Anyway, moving on.
Yeah, when's your second half start? That's what I want to know. Eric Young re-signed with Impact. Alex Reynolds, AEW, which is surprising because it feels like
the Dark Order.
Yeah, it feels like they're done. John Silver and Evil Uno all re-signed with AEW. Kenny Omega, Nick Jackson, and Matt Jackson all re-signed with AEW.
Scotty just threw up in his mouth a little.
All right, here's some guys that's contracts coming up. January of 2024, AJ Styles.
Oh, already?
Already.
He's staying in WWE, I think.
He signed a new contract in 2022 for $3 million a year. So he signed for 2 more years.
Wow.
So yeah, AJ's gonna be up. Alexa Bliss 2024 expires in March. Now I don't know how that'll work with her pregnancy and her injuries.
I think that would have to roll over a little bit.
Yeah.
And honestly, I don't see her coming back for a while, if any.
Yeah,
they may just pay her out and let her go.
Yeah,
they pay people out. WWE pays people out.
She's got apparently a popular husband that makes money, and with the kid and all that. I don't see her coming back anytime soon.
If you don't do them dirty, they'll pay you out. That's the thing. Like if they want you gone, they're going to have you gone and just cut you right then and there. But if they're like, oh, we can use this person in 10 years on a Legends deal or something like that, so they're always going to try to stay tight with Alexa Bliss because she's not leaving on bad terms. So I think
she'll be like a 2030 surprise Royal Rumble entrant.
Exactly.
Yeah. Her and Molly Holly.
Yeah,
exactly.
Angelo Dawkins is up in December of 2024.
Wow.
That's the end of the year. So,
Ashante Adonis.
Who?
Right. Ashanti Adonis. He was part
of
that
Flop Dollar.
Yeah, she's part of that group. Or that's a he. Sorry. He was part of that group. 2025 for him. So we got a little bit of time. Becky Lynch, June of 2024.
She'll be re-signed.
I can imagine. But I mean, why not keep her options open? Big E 2024, December.
He's not wrestled in a year and a half now, almost 2 years.
Yeah.
How does that work? Is that all like roll over, or that's like
some of it? some of it. I mean, it all depends on
That's
what
like
his contract actually says.
That's a pretty
He's been with the
detrimental
company a
injury.
long time.
Yeah, he has.
So
Maybe that's the guy in the devil mask.
ooh,
Nah.
his neck was too straight.
Yeah.
Braun Strowman 2025. Don't worry about him. Brian Pillman Jr. just signed. Brock Lesnar, April of 2024.
I think Brock's getting towards the end of his career. He'll be on a Legends deal soon. I got a feeling.
He signs 1-year extensions is what he does.
Yeah.
And he is not at Crown Jewel.
Yeah, he's not. Yeah, he is not going to be there.
Yeah. Who else? Pete Dunne. Butch 2024. September 2024. Who else? Bubba Ray just signed a Legends deal. And the rest of these are 2024. Candice LeRae, Chelsea Green, Cody Rhodes, Dakota Kai, Dragon Lee's 2025. Drew McIntyre, April 2024.
That's coming up.
Yep, that's coming up too. Jerry Lawler is up in December.
Oh, wow.
Hey, yes. Mr. Puffers has finally woke up from his slumber.
Jimmy and Jay Uso, mid-2024.
You're getting the most important one.
We're getting there. We're getting there. Kofi Kingston. And December 2024. L.A. Knight. Yeah. 2024. Has not signed a contract yet.
Wow.
Yeah. It doesn't have a contract yet. December of 2024. Montez Ford. That would go along with Angelo Dawkins. Pat McAfee, June of 2024, but I'm not sure that really matters. Ricky's boy, Randy Orton, end of 2024.
Who could be making a return very, very soon.
And we'll see what happens with that because of the neck and the back injury. So we'll see what happens there. If they resign him. End of 2023, Rey Mysterio. Mid 2024, Ricochet. Sami Zayn 2024. Seth Rollins, April of 2024.
Damn.
Yeah, we're getting into the big ones here. Sheamus of 2020, April of 2024.
Sheamus is currently out injured though.
Yes,
he's been out for a bit now.
Shinsuke, August of 2024. The Undertaker is signed up through 2034. Wade Barrett and Xavier Woods all towards the end of 2024. So did I miss any?
The biggest one of them all.
AJ Styles.
No. Our AEW World Champion.
What are you talking about?
The
MJF.
Bidding War 2024, baby.
We haven't got there yet. I just went through the WWE roster.
Oh,
my friend, we have a whole nother list.
Oh.
Yeah, relax.
Long list.
Andrade, 2024. Angelo Parker, 2020. Well, that's 2025. Bryan Danielson, July of 2024. He's on a retirement tour now. Somebody just. Oh, that was you, Brian. Okay. Ethan Page. Oh, Dustin Rhodes, July of 2023. So confirmed his record's up in July. Oh, so he's just working per match deals then?
Huh.
Ethan Page, 2024. And we haven't seen Ethan Page. Well, I mean, he might be on Fridays. I don't watch Fridays. So
I think the last I saw he was doing some ROH stuff.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Good for him. Jericho, 2025. Cash Wheeler, 2025. Dustin Rhodes.
Do you think Jericho's going to sign on again, or do you think he's just going to be done with wrestling?
I think I just saw that Jericho signed something else.
Yeah, I don't think Jericho's done just yet.
Yeah, he's not going anywhere. Jericho, December 2025, re-signed a multi-year deal until 2025. So, yeah, we'll see there. He's got some time.
Good.
MJF, January 1st, 2024. That's the big one.
He's going to take the world title to WWE and drop it in the trash can.
QT Marshall's up in December. Thank goodness. Actually, I think he just signed a short contract extension, take his deal to the end of the year until okay. Yeah, he is up at the end of December. Paul White. Well, it's the big show. 2024 January.
Cowabunga, compliment of Captain Nintendo.
Thank you.
Yeah, exactly. Or I love him in Jingle All the Way. I'm gonna deck your halls, bub.
Samoa Joe, end of 2023. Stein, March of 2024. No matter what Rick says. Tony Schiavone, September of 2024. So that's our AEW. So now, if you're MJF, Brian Hardy, you're MJF. Let me look at these pictures while you're.
I'm giving you permission right now. I'm going to go right back into your question right now because I know where you're going. But I'm giving you permission that at the end of this episode, if you want to share those photos, you can share them first here on Hardway before we take it anywhere else, because I am letting you know we're dropping it later on tonight on all the other websites.
I'm not in here.
You're what?
That's not me.
No, I know that.
Well, fuck, would I want to drop it here then? I mean, that's not me.
Because it's action figures, man.
That's
our ring announcer.
Is that Lexus King right beside him?
That's Brian Hardy right beside him.
Mean, it looks like Lexus King. I'm just saying.
It's scale to scale, nose to nose. But anyway, I knew where you were going with this. And if I am MJF, am I choosing to stay with AEW or am I going to WWE?
Yes, sir.
I'm going to say that I would probably, for shock factor, this is breaking my heart to even say this. For shock factor, I'm going to go to WWE. However, realistically, what does Brian Hardy think MJF should do? Brian Hardy thinks MJF should stay at AEW where he's loved and valued and cared for and taken care of and stuff like that.
And he can 100% be his character in AEW, yes, because WWE will censor a lot of his work.
Correct. So, but do I think that for shock factor, he's going to go there? And then you have to equate the fact that he's really, 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 really good buds with Cody Rhodes. I think he might end up there. I hope he doesn't, but I mean, who the hell honestly knows? So,
Ricky, what do you do?
For MJF, I'm staying with AEW. Tony will pay him and pay him nicely. And like I said, for his own career and to do the stuff and say the stuff that he does, he's not going to be able to do half of that in WWE. And MJF is a guy that lives in his character. His character is himself. So his better choice would definitely be AEW.
We hope. Fingers crossed.
Yeah. So
what do you think, Jason?
I'm just if I'm MJF, I go to the machine. He's going to make more money. He's going to make more.
Everybody's got a price.
Everybody's got a price.
Somebody's about to kick Jason's door open. Mug him. You're gonna see Prince Nana and
Swerve goes rolling. Whose house is this, Jason?
Yours. It's your house. It's your house and the Zodiac's house.
Oh, was that in Pro Wrestling Crate?
Yes, it is.
Dude, shut up.
Yeah.
What was the micro brawler this month?
Oh, I'll get it for you here in a second. I'll show you. I got the Chase version of it.
All
right. If I'm MJF, I go to WWE. I realize that he is going to have to cut back on some of his character. But if you're good at what you do, you find ways around getting your character out there, regardless of the limitations that are going to be put on you. Right?
Absolutely.
He will still be able to do 95% of what he does, except for like the language. That language is going to be a big deal, but he really doesn't go too stupid crazy with the language. He's not honestly, he's really not that overboard. He's really not, honestly. But hopefully it would not make him milk toast, right? Now, hopefully it wouldn't just completely kill him. But if I was MJF, I would sign a 5-year deal while he's young, while he's still young, and get that money.
Did we announce Will Ospreay? We talked about
that.
Was the other show last show.
He's February of 2024, I believe. He's February 2024, and he is. I just got my chair, hit my button. I believe that he keeps saying he's going to Impact. He's going to Impact. He's not going to Impact. He's an idiot. He's going to AEW. I would bet. Now WWE has made a nice little contract offer to him, so that's a guy too that I don't know how well he would fit in WWE, because I think we got one of them in WWE right now that they do some with now. He's getting a little bit of a push, but again, he's a mid-card guy that ends up on his back most of the time. And Ricochet.
Yeah.
Ricochet's a hell of a wrestler. That guy can go. That guy does things that people can't do. Wrestlers don't do.
Yeah.
And that match he put on with Logan Paul, what was that? Was that Mania, or what was that?
That was SummerSlam.
SummerSlam was unbelievable. It was a great match.
Yeah.
So, again, what do they do? What do they do with Ospreay? If he's at AEW, he goes right to the top. Right to the top. So, WWE, he's undersized.
Yep.
Yeah. So, that's another thing about MJF. He's undersized. He's not what's MJF? 5'11", 6
maybe
foot.
I was gonna say like 5'9", maybe. Yeah.
He's AJ Styles size, right?
Yep.
I don't know. So we'll see. They like their young talent. With all these contracts coming up, why not sign as much young talent as possible? If Seth Rollins bucks him and says, "Hey, I'm gonna need a bigger contract," go sing your song somewhere else. We'll see. A lot of times you see these guys that are big in the WWE and they decide they're going to go somewhere else, and then they just fall off the face of the earth. They really do.
True.
So,
out of all of them, though, Becky and Rollins, they're a package deal.
Are they?
Yeah, I don't see one of them going to AEW and one of them staying in WWE or whatever. They're going to go together.
Well, there's two people that were there. One's in the WWE now, and one is out on the independent circuit. Chelsea Green and Matt Cardona. He is making more money than Jesus Christ. So, and he will not come back unless they give him a ton of money.
It's because he's got belts.
Well, it's not even about the belts, bro.
Belts.
It's not. He gets a really good booking fee, and he makes bank on gimmicks, shirts, pizza cutters. And the guy reinvents himself more than Chris Jericho. It's always a new iteration of Matt Cardona. And by the way, we talked about this last week or the week before. He is one belt away from tying Ultimo Dragon for the belt. So, and he doesn't count the internet title.
Well, I'm stepping up to that challenge right now, Matt Cardona. I'm Brian 2 belts at the moment, so what? I got 8 more to go, baby.
Yeah, well, you have in order for you to catch up to him, you got to do a lot of Waffle House. You're way behind.
A lot of Waffle House, I know.
You're way behind. I
literally.
Go ahead.
I was just going to say, I literally told people the other day, I was like, look, I will do as many bookings as possible until the end of December. And then at the beginning of January, everybody's like, this guy's too big for his britches. And I'm like, it has nothing to do with that. It's just in January, I'm going to be so wrapped up in USW stuff that unless it's ATCW, I ain't doing it. So it's like, get me from now till December. Book me. Whoever the hell wants to book me, book me, book me, book me. Because in January, I'm only doing ATCW and USW. So,
Gotcha. Yeah, I need to talk to you about that at some point. But Brian, I'm gonna put up this picture. We're gonna show everybody right now. These are the unpainted prototypes of Brian Hardy.
I was gonna say, so people have seen the Brian Hardy one. The Brian Hardy one's plastered everywhere. But now today, I just literally got the prototype of the Danny Mays figure, which is the voice of the USW. So this is USW Series 1 action figure line. Everybody's known about the Brian Hardy figure since August. We are now in October, and you guys are now going to get to see for the very first time right here on Hardway, you're going to get to see the Danny Mays figure. So
it's definitely pizza cutter news. All right, so explain it. What are these figures made out of?
Okay, so they are full resin. So there's no articulation at all whatsoever or anything like that. So you're not going to be like bending them like the old school WWF bend them figures or anything. These are as close to WCW 1990 Galoob figures. So they're standstill. My figure's like this. You can't move the arms. There's no articulation at all. No movement of the legs. You can't squeeze the legs together or nothing like that. It is just straight resin. So
are these 3D print?
Yes. Yes. Oh, so, and then with the Danny figure, it was crazy because like we've taken concept ideas of body parts from other figures. Now, because of legality stuff, we've had to switch a lot of that stuff up. So you might be like, this figure kind of reminds me of blah, 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 blah. But then I'm going to pick it apart and go, but it's not because this isn't the same and that's not the same and that's not the same. So we found a way to work the system in the action figure world. However, the Brian Hardy figure, I would say there's some pretty similar characteristics to like Arn Anderson and Sting maybe. And then I would say that the Danny Mays figure, when you pop it right up here on the screen, you're going to see a lot of characteristics to an old 1980s figure of a promoter by the name of Schmintz Vic Man, you know.
I thought that looked a little like Vince.
So, yeah. So it's got a lot of the similarities in the body. The face obviously is nothing like it, but the body parts so. And then I had to change some stuff. So on the original 1986 Vince, you've got the finger like this while the microphone's kicking. On the Danny Mays figure, you have a hand like this.
Got you. All right. And when will the Danny be available?
They're all going to be available at the same time, so they all will be available in March. But as of right now, just over the course of the next about month and a half, I will be dropping an Adam Armstrong figure here within the next 30 days. And then right after that, I'll be dropping within the next 30 days after that a Bob Starr figure. And then by the beginning of March, these will be completely done. They will be completely painted. They will be completely in their packaging and with the bubble and all that kind of stuff and available at the merchandise stands in March at USW.
Will there be a Chase Doink figure?
No, there will be a Chase referee figure. So he'll have his WCW once again, just because of legality stuff. He'll have his WCW outfit on, and then his Chase figures will be him in a referee outfit. Like I said before, my Chase figures will be me in just a different color tights. Same with Adam Armstrong, different color tights, different color robe. And Danny Mays will have figures with a blue suit, and then he'll have figures with a black suit. So that'll be his Chase. So
right on. Hey, here's the brawler.
Oh, Gangrel. Sweet.
Nice.
So
now what is different about that?
That's the original.
Okay. Oh, okay. So the blood is what gets them.
Yep.
Sweet.
Looks like Scotty after he saw an apple or a cherry pie sitting on somebody's windowsill.
I miss getting the crates. I really think for the amount of money that it is every month that it's really not bad. I don't know why I stopped even getting them because I was getting them for like a year and a half straight. And then I was just like, one day I'm like, if I got to choose that or like $40 in Taco Bell one day, I'm going to probably just do $40 in Taco Bell one day.
Yeah, I don't blame you. I don't blame you because he need to clean your system out somehow. But my girlfriend started getting them for me last Christmas, I believe. And the first crate was great. You got me get AEW flags and You get all kinds of different things. The brawler, because I was into the brawler. I have so many brawlers, Brian. It's not even funny, man.
I love it. I love it.
They're all for sale.
Are you really selling them?
Yes, please. Come get these bad boys. I don't know if you. I mean, they're all.
Oh my gosh, man!
Help me! Anyway, I'm getting ready to move this. I'm getting ready to move this room into another room because I'm out of room. So, anyway,
he's gonna move Carmella to another room in the basement.
I haven't heard from her in a while, and I went down there and yelled her name, and she never answered. So I don't know if she's still around.
Oh shit!
So what was I going with that? I can't remember. Oh, so the crate has not been great. Honestly,
I know.
The shirts are great. I'm sick of black. I'm sick of black shirts. There's been some good gems in there. The Zodiac picture that came this week was pretty cool.
Oh.
It had a mark in it, like somebody stepped on it.
Oh,
which pissed me off. A couple weeks ago, we got
nice.
which was pretty cool. So they're up and down. They're back and forth. Oh, we got this week we got a. Well, you can check out. I mean, I did an unboxing on the channel. You just gotta check it out. We got a Penta and Phoenix pillowcase.
Nice.
Yeah. So I will never use that.
See me? I would be the exact opposite. I'd be like, honey, take the nice stuff off. We got Penta going on, baby.
It's actually pretty nice. It's kind of silkish.
So, what if Christian Cage is going to come out with his own bed sheets?
Oh, I hope it. Believe me, brother. If it does, I'm the first one. I'm the first one. All you mothers, beware. Come and get them. So. All right, well, that's going to do it here for us at Hardway Wrestling. It is 6:00 and Brian's got to go, so we're going to jump off here. Thank you guys. Guys, have a great weekend of wrestling. We got SmackDown Friday night.
On Collision, we've got AEW World Title, Kenny Omega versus MJF.
3 days, bitch.
That was actually pretty good.
Yeah.
You know, this drives me crazy. Everything's a catchphrase. They all have catchphrases. Like, you can't even shoot a promo anymore because 30% of their promos are catchphrases. And it was when he said, well, then I bid you all adieu. And whatever Kenny Omega's bullshit line is. And he said, 3 days, bitch. I fucking lost. And I was like, thank you for saying something different.
Yep.
I was like, he's not getting ready to do his catchphrase right after Maxwell MJF did his catchphrase. Get out of here.
So awesome. Awesome.
So, yeah, no, it was good shit. So anyway, you got Collision, big Collision weekend. And then next week, we're going to do our Crown Jewel review and our picks for Crown Jewel. We'll probably do that on Tuesday because Monday I will be face down in a casino.
Nice.
Yep. And then we'll probably be back Thursday again. And then Saturday we'll probably live stream or do something on Saturday while we're here. Hopefully, Brian, you and your wife again are definitely invited. If you guys can get out for a little while, we're a little bit far away from you, but a little closer than ATCW for sure.
Well, I appreciate that. Thank you guys.
Put some gas in that minivan.
That's right. Go get Sue, throw her in the minivan, and let's go.
That's right. As long as Trent's okay with it.
As long as Christian Cage is okay with it.
We can all, you got to check with Christian because that's where it's at. Anyway, that's good. Keeping these stupid texts. Anyway, that's gonna do it here for Hardway. Thank you guys so much. Remember, if you get a chance, no, not even give you a chance. If you've swung through here, you're on here now on YouTube or Facebook. Make sure you go like and subscribe. We're at 145. We hit 146 yesterday, and then they changed their mind.
And then they went back, and then they changed their mind again. Hey, Addy, quit fucking with us. Get your boys.
Cut out, Addy.
Get your boys over across the pond on our platforms.
Yeah,
buy into our shit. Tell them to subscribe.
That's right.
Yeah, I know it's not as fun if Scott's not here. I get it. And we'll make sure Scott's here next time because he's got all the insight to the business.
Yeah, his fantasy booking section.
Yeah, our Luthez section of the pod. So anyway, check us out.
Everybody just likes that soup spoon.
It is where I'm gonna get him to play it like a guitar, like Hogan's, like he used to do with the NWO belt. Anyway,
Gotta get him to attach a pizza cutter to the end of that soup spoon.
nope, it's copywritten. Anyway, check us out on all of your podcasting platforms, iTunes,
What?
Spotify,
What?
Google Play.
What?
I'm out. I don't know anymore. Podbeam.
What?
Yeah, okay, that's it. Anyway, and again, like and subscribe, share, tell your friends, even if you don't like us. If you think that fucking Brian has got the weirdest fucking hair ever, go subscribe and take a look at it. Take a look, and it's real. It's real.
Yep, it's totally real, man.
It's real. It's really falling out.
Yep, it really is. I got the Hogan going on in the back, bro.
I like it, brother. I think you should do that. Anyway, well, let's not get into that. Anyway, all right, that's good to do here for Hard Way. We'll see you guys next time
On the hard way.
Take care.